Yesterday, we started Chapter 14, The Americans in Europe, by covering the British and American invasion of North Africa and the ultimate loss of the Germans and Italians there. Today we have a shorter lesson. It's the British and American invasions of the island of Sicily. July of 1943, the Allies are going to invade the island of Sicily in what was called Operation Husky. Now, capturing Sicily gave the Allies two advantages. One, total control of the Mediterranean Sea, and two, a base to launch an invasion of mainland Europe. Now, Sicily has about 230,000 Axis troops, mostly older Italian troops, men in their 40s and 50s, and about 160 German tanks. The German commander was Field Marshal Albert Kesselring. He was a good commander who was very popular with his troops and respected by the Allies. His nickname was Smiling Albert. Now, the Allies' 15th Army Group had two main groups. The British 8th Army, led by General Bernard Montgomery, and the U.S. 7th Army, led by General George S. Patton. Both men had huge egos and did not get along. Now, on July 10, 1943, 180,000 men land on the island of Sicily. The British 8th Army, led by Montgomery, lands on the southeast tip of the island near the city of Syracuse. They move up the East Coast Road toward Messina. Messina is the goal to capture the island since it is right next to the Italian mainland. The U.S. 7th Army, led by General Patton, lands on the southern part of the island. They will head overland to the northern coast and the city of Palermo, and from there they'll head east toward the city of Messina. Both Montgomery and Patton will race to get to Messina first. Now, movement is slow across the rugged, mountainous terrain, and the Axis do a good job of slowing them down. Kesselring eventually realizes they can't win, and he orders an evacuation of Sicily. So on August 17th, after 6 weeks, the Allies take Messina and all of Sicily. Now, after the Sicily campaign, General Patton is relieved of command. On two occasions, he slapped soldiers, believing them to be cowards. The soldiers claimed battle fatigue. Today we call it PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, something Patton was not aware of and just assumed them to be cowards. After Sicily is captured, it becomes known, it's all over the papers, it becomes very controversial back in America, and he's highly criticized. He goes 11 months without a command. General Eisenhower will finally put him back in charge of the 3rd Army after the D-Day invasion. Now, for the Italians, the loss of Sicily is the last straw. The Italians overthrow Mussolini. His 21-year rule is over. The Germans later rescue Mussolini in a daring mountaintop rescue. They leave him in the northern part where he creates the Italian Social Republic, basically a puppet state in northern Italy, and will do everything that the Germans and Hitler tells him to do. On July 25th, a new government takes over and signs a secret armistice with the Allies. Hitler finds out and is furious and moves the German army into Italy, as well as all of Italy's possessions in Greece and Albania. The Germans take over Rome. The new king and the new Italian government escape. Here we see a German Tiger tank on the streets of Rome in front of the Victor Emmanuel II monument. After the armistice, the Germans disarmed Italian troops. There was an unfortunate situation when one division on the Greek island of Cephalonia fought back against the Germans. After the Italians ultimately surrendered to the Germans, they massacred about 5,000 Italian soldiers, basically shooting them and burying them in mass graves. After Sicily, the Allies plan on invading Italy. Churchill calls Italy the soft underbelly of Europe. The US military wants to skip Italy and invade France. They don't want to waste their resources they need for the D-Day invasion, but Churchill wants to invade Italy. In the end, Roosevelt agrees with Churchill. Felt it would tie down German troops in Italy. Capturing Italy would be a lot harder than the Allies thought. It would take to the end of the war to capture Italy. Italy really wasn't a soft underbelly. Later, U.S. General Mark Clark called Italy one tough gut. All right, well, that ends our activity on the British and American invasions of Sicily. I hope you enjoyed it and you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.